Alright, white heavy checkmark. Here's your English version, written exactly for AI voice narration, with pauses, natural rhythm, and no graphic symbols or visual formatting. Everything is written as spoken, with its marking soft pauses and emphasis cues. Travel back with us to the neon lights and the glittering 1980s, a time when pop music was living its golden age, and when the sexiest singers ruled the stage and the charts. From Samantha Fox to Madonna, from Sabrina Solerno to Sandra. They didn't just captivate us with their voices, but with their energy, their charm, and their bold, unforgettable style. Get ready for nostalgia, for hot rhythms, and for iconic looks that defined a decade. This is the top 10 sexiest singers of the 1980s. Samantha Fox, a British model turned pop singer. Her biggest hit, Touch Me, a true sex symbol of the 1980s. Her semi-nude photos in the British magazine The Sun made her instantly famous. But she was much more than that, a real energy bomb on stage. Samantha Fox, born 1966 in London. By the age of 16, she was already appearing in magazines, quickly becoming one of Britain's most recognizable tabloid faces. Later, she decided she didn't just want to be a model, she wanted to break through as a singer as well. And that's how the bold, daring pop star, known worldwide, was born. Her breakthrough came in 1986 with Touch Me. The song was a massive hit played everywhere. After that, the hits kept coming. First, Touch Me, I Want Your Body. 1986, the song that made Samantha Fox known worldwide. Second, Do Ya Wanna Please Me. 1986, energetic, wild, pure 1980s vibe. Third, Nothing's Gonna Stop Me Now. 1987, a song about confidence and perseverance. Fourth, I Only Wanna Be With You. 1989, more romantic, yet still a hit. Fifth, Nothing's Gonna Stop Me Now. 1988, bold, provocative. Samantha always knew how to attract attention. Her daring style, feminine charisma, and playful personality set her apart among 1980s stars. In her personal life, much changed. She lived for many years with her manager, Myra Stratton, whose death left a deep mark. Later, she found happiness again, and in 2022, married her Norwegian partner, Linda Birgit Olsen. Today, she remains active, performing live, giving interviews, and still preserving her sex symbol image. Samantha Fox, a true icon, who captured generations of fans. Her influence goes beyond music. She inspired countless artists with her fearless style, her bold attitude, and unapologetic confidence. Her concerts, still full of energy, remind fans why she became a legend. Samantha embraced every challenge, reinvented herself, and showed the world that age cannot dim a true star. Her fashion, daring and iconic, set trends, her stage presence electrifying, unforgettable. Even today, she continues to perform, to connect with fans, to celebrate life and music. Samantha Fox, not just a singer, not just a model, but a symbol of empowerment, fun, and freedom. Her legacy, a bright, shining mark in the heart of pop culture, remembered, loved, and celebrated across generations. Sabrina Solerno, Italian pop star. Her most famous song, Boys, Summertime Love, often called the Italian Samantha Fox, though she always rejected the comparison. Sabrina Solerno was born in 1968 in Genoa, Italy. She became one of the biggest Italian pop icons of the 1980s. Her best-known hit remains Boys, Summertime Love. She is still active today, though currently battling breast cancer, which she speaks about openly in public. Basic information. Full name, Norma Sabrina Solerno. Date of birth, March 15, 1968. Place of birth, Genoa, Italy. Height, 174 centimeters. Occupation, singer, model, actress, and music producer. Nicknames, Sabrina, Sabri. Website, sabrinasolerno.com. Career beginnings and breakthrough. Beauty pageants. In her youth, she won the Miss Lido title and later competed in Miss Italy. Television debut, appeared in the Italian show Premiatissima. Musical breakthrough. In 1986, she released her first single Sexy Girl, but her true worldwide success came a year later with Boys, Summertime Love. Her style, provocative videos, energetic disco sound, often described as Italy's answer to Samantha Fox, a label she firmly rejected. Her biggest hits: Boys, Summertime Love, 1987. Sexy Girl, 1986. Hot Girl, 1987. All of Me, Boy Oh Boy, 1988. Like a Yo-Yo, 1989. Current life. Family. She has one child and lives with her husband. Health. In September 2024, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She has already undergone surgery and is currently in hormone and radiation therapy. Activity. Despite her illness, she performed 21 concerts in France in the autumn of 2024 and remains active on retro stages. Social media. On Instagram, she communicates openly with her fans, sharing her journey with honesty and strength. Sabrina Solerno has always been in love with the stage. Even as a child, she was drawn to the lights, the music, the camera. Throughout her career, she stood out not only as a singer, but also as an actress and model. In her music videos, she often embraced a provocative style, perfectly capturing the vibrant disco spirit of the 1980s. Fans have always appreciated her honesty, and today, she remains an inspiring example of how to persevere through challenges. Despite her illness, she continues to perform, and with every show, she sends a message: live life boldly and live it with passion. Today, Sabrina Solerno stands as a living legend of the 80s. Her voice, her energy, and her courage continue to inspire fans around the world. Through every rhythm, every stage light, she reminds us that true beauty is not only in youth or fame, but in strength, authenticity, and the will to keep shining. CC Catch, one of the brightest stars of the 1980s, the uncrowned queen of disco. Her real name, Caroline Catharina Muller. Born on July 31, 1964 in the Netherlands. Her family later moved to Germany, where from an early age, it was clear music would be her life. As a teenager, she joined a girl group called Optimal. And that's where the moment happened that changed everything. She was discovered by the musical genius behind modern talking, Dieter Bohlen. He gave her a new name, CC Catch. CC came from her first names, and Catch, because it simply sounded right. And indeed, everything she sang sounded right. Her debut single I Can Lose My Heart Tonight instantly hit the top of the charts. Then came 'Cause You Are Young, Heartbreak Hotel, Soul Survivor, and Are You Man Enough? It was the era of disco lights, synthesizers, and shiny outfits, and CC Catch stood at the very center. The girl who didn't just sing, but brought the spirit of the 80s to life. Millions of fans adore her. Her energy, yet gentle, feminine presence, and that soft, emotional voice made her songs both romantic and danceable. But behind the success came the longing for freedom. In 1989, CC Catch parted ways with Bohlen. She wanted to follow her own voice. In the 90s, she stepped away from fame to walk a spiritual path. Meditation, self-discovery, inner peace. Yet music never left her side. In the 2000s, she returned to retro festivals and concerts, singing once again with her audience. Even at 60, she remains radiant, youthful, and full of life. CC Catch is still a symbol of dance and light, because some things never go out of style. The melody, the smile, and that unmistakable magic of the 80s. And even today, when the lights fade and the music slows down, her voice still echoes through time. Because some stars never stop shining. Her songs still fill the dance floors. Her smile still brings back memories. And her spirit still reminds us of a time when music was pure magic. CC Catch, a legend of rhythm and light. Forever young, forever 80s. Sandra, one of the most iconic pop divas of the 1980s. Delicate, yet powerful voice, and elegant, feminine style. She forever etched her name in music history. Her real name, Sandra Lauer. Born in 1962 on May 18th in Saarbrücken, Germany. Even as a child, she was drawn to the stage. And as a teenager, she joined the girl group Arabesque, which achieved success mainly in Japan and across Europe. But the true breakthrough came in 1985. The song that changed everything was released. Maria Magdalena. This song made her world famous. It topped charts across Europe, and Sandra, almost overnight, became the disco queen of the 80s. The song was produced by her husband and producer, Michael Cretu, together forming a legendary musical duo. Cretu later became known as the mastermind behind Enigma, but Sandra's voice even then created a unique atmosphere, romantic, mystical, and electronic all at once. In the following years, hits kept coming. In the Heat of the Night, Everlasting Love, Secret Land, and the distinctive Hiroshima. Sandra's style always balanced sophistication with sensuality, elegant, feminine appearance, soft yet confident aura, captivated millions worldwide. At the end of the 80s, she married Michael Cretu, and in 1995, their twin sons were born. Later, they divorced, but Sandra never disappeared from the spotlight. In the early 2000s, she returned with new albums and retro festivals, and her audience adored her once again, just like before. Today, more than 30 years later, Sandra still shines, energetic and elegant. Over 60 years old, she embodies timeless beauty and the magic of the 80s. Sandra, the woman who taught us that music is not just sound, but emotion, movement, and memory. And as long as Maria Magdalena plays, the spirit of the 80s will never fade. And even now, decades later, Sandra continues to inspire new generations. Her music still fills dance floors and retro parties around the world. Every note she sings carries emotion. Every performance radiates elegance and confidence. Her legacy is not just in the charts, but in the hearts of fans everywhere. Sandra shows us that true artistry is timeless. That passion for music never fades. And so, whenever you hear Maria Magdalena, you don't just hear a song. You feel the magic of the 80s, alive, vibrant, and unforgettable. Kim Vad, the singer of Kids in America, one of the biggest British pop icons of the 1980s. With her blonde hair, rock style, and stunning appearance, she forever etched her name into pop history. Her real name, Kim Smish, was born on November 18, 1960 in Chiswick, London. She comes from a musical family. Her father, Marty Wilde, a famous rock and roll performer, and her mother was also a musician. From an early age, it was clear that music would be her life. Her first big hit, Kids in America, was released in 1981. It immediately shot to the top of the charts, both in Europe and in the United States. Her style was unique, a mix of synth pop, new wave, and rock elements. Leather outfits, bold appearance, and that iconic blonde hair, which captivated millions of fans. Later came more hits, Secord Lav, Cambodia, Ju Kit Me Henjin On, Ju Kem. In 1988, Kim Vad was the opening act on Michael Jackson's European tour. This further cemented her status as an icon of the 80s. Today, Kim Vad, over 60 years old, is still youthful and energetic. Besides music, she is a passionate gardener, has written several gardening books, and hosted TV shows. She remains active, touring, releasing new songs, and performing at retro festivals. Kim Vad, the embodiment of ageless beauty and vibrant music, who proved that rock style and pop songs can still mesmerize the world decades later. Even today, when she steps on stage, Kim Vad radiates energy and passion. Her music connects generations, reminding us that the spirit of the 80s never truly fades away. Shania Twain, born Eileen Regina Edwards in Windsor, Ontario, Canada on August 28, 1965. From a young age, music called to her, and it quickly became clear that the stage would be her home. Her stepfather, Jerry Twain, had a profound influence on her life. She later took his last name, and that's how Shania Twain was born, a name forever linked to the story of country pop music. In the late 1990s, she became a global superstar. Her breakthrough album, The Woman in Me, sold over 12 million copies, followed by Come On Over, still the best-selling country album of all time, with more than 40 million copies sold worldwide. Her most iconic hits, songs that still electrify crowds, include Man, I Feel Like a Woman, You're Still the One, That Don't Impress Me Much, From This Moment On, and Don't Be Stupid, You Know I Love You. Shania Twain is a proud winner of 5 Grammy Awards, countless Juno Awards, American Music Awards, and Billboard Music Awards, and in 2005, she was named Officer of the Order of Canada, one of the nation's highest honors. Her personal life has been just as eventful. Her first husband, Robert John Mutt Lange, the producer behind her biggest hits, worked side by side with her on those legendary albums until their split in 2010. Her second husband, Frederick Thibault, has been her partner since 2011. Together, they share one son, Aja D'Angelo Lange, born in 2001. Shania Twain is the master of reinvention. After a brief hiatus in 2008, she returned to the stage in Las Vegas from 2012 to 2014. In 2017, she made a strong comeback with her album Now. And in 2023, Queen of Me once again brought her to the spotlight. With a renewed sound, confidence, and energy. Her name, Shania, comes from her stepfather's Ojibwe heritage, and it means on my way, a phrase that perfectly defines her journey. Because through every challenge, every triumph, Shania Twain has always stayed true to her own path. The path of music, passion, and freedom. Shania Twain, an icon of country and pop, who proved that talent, heart, and determination can transcend time, and her songs will live on forever. Sheila E. Born Sheila Cecilia Escovedo on December 12, 1957, in Oakland, California, is one of the most renowned Latin American percussionists and vocalists. She rose to international fame performing alongside Prince. Her musical heritage is rich. Her father, Pete Escovedo, is Mexican-American, and her mother, Juanita Gardier, is of Creole, French, and African descent. Music was part of her life from an early age. She began her career as a teenager, playing drums in her father's Latin funk band, Azteca. Her collaboration with Prince brought her global recognition. She joined him on the Purple Rain tour and soon launched a successful solo career. Her iconic hit, The Glamorous Life, released in 1984, remains a signature track to this day. Throughout her career, she has worked with legendary artists such as George Duke, Lionel Richie, Marvin Gaye, Herbie Hancock, and Diana Ross. In 2021, Sheila E. received the Latin Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award and was awarded an honorary doctorate from the Berklee College of Music. Her performances are known for their energy and charisma. As both a drummer and a singer, she commands the stage with technical brilliance and captivating presence. Her Latin American roots and natural magnetism give every performance a unique character. She has also appeared in films and television, including the musical film Crush Groove. Beyond the stage, she is an active philanthropist, supporting young musicians and educational programs. She is the first Latin woman inducted into the Percussive Arts Society Hall of Fame. Sheila Yes Godfather was the legendary Tito Puente, himself a master percussionist. Coming from a multi-generational family of musicians, Sheila E. forged her own path, proving that a drummer can become a global icon. Her distinctive style, Latin heritage, and musical versatility make her one of the greatest female percussionists in the world today. Sheila E. wasn't just a drummer, she was a force across the music industry. As a producer, songwriter, and mentor, she inspired countless women to step into the spotlight behind the drums. On stage, she played with passion and precision. Every beat, every motion, fused Latin rhythms with American funk. Sheila didn't just perform, she told stories. Stories of her roots, her struggles, and her triumphs. Through rhythm, she spoke of freedom, identity, and power. Belinda Carlisle is an American singer who became one of the most iconic voices of the 1980s. She began her career as the lead vocalist of the Go-Go's, the first all-female band to top the U.S. album charts by writing and performing their own songs. Born Belinda Jo Carlisle on August 17, 1958, in Hollywood, California, her vocal range is mezzo-soprano, and her style blends pop, new wave, and rock. After the Go-Go's disbanded, she launched her solo career in 1985. Her debut album, titled Belinda, laid the foundation for future success. But it was Heaven is a Place on Earth, released in 1987, that catapulted her to global stardom. The song became a worldwide #1 hit and remains one of the defining anthems of the decade. She followed it with other hits like Circle in the Sand, I Get Weak, Leave a Light On, and La Luna. Her voice and performance style became symbols of the 80s pop rock sound. Over her career, she released 8 studio albums and more than 40 singles, all while maintaining a feminine yet powerful stage presence. In the 1990s, she struggled with addiction, but successfully recovered. A profound spiritual experience led her to transform her life, and she became an advocate for sobriety and self-acceptance. In the 2000s, she reunited with the Go-Go's and toured successfully around the world. Fun fact, the music video for Heaven is a Place on Earth was directed by actress Diane Keaton. Belinda's natural hair color is red, her eyes are blue, and during her early punk days, she was known as Dottie Danger. Belinda Carlisle's story is one of resilience, reinvention, and passion. A rebellious punk-turned global star who stayed true to her voice and her love for music. Paula Abdul is an American singer, choreographer, and television personality. She rose to fame in the late 1980s with her breakout hit, Straight Up. Her energy, her style, and her choreography quickly made her a pop icon across the globe. Born Paula Julie Abdul on June 19, 1962 in San Fernando, California. Her father was of Syrian Jewish descent. Her mother had Ukrainian and Canadian roots. From a young age, Paula showed a gift for movement, rhythm, and performance. In 1982, she joined the Los Angeles Lakers cheerleading squad. Her sharp moves and stage presence caught the attention of the Jacksons. They invited her to choreograph their music videos. That moment launched her career in the entertainment industry. She went on to work with major stars like Janet Jackson, George Michael, and Duran Duran. Her choreography blended classical technique with bold pop visuals. She brought storytelling into dance and helped reshape the look of music videos. In 1988, Paula released her debut album, Forever Your Girl. It climbed to #1 on the Billboard chart faster than anyone expected. The album featured several hits, including Straight Up, Cold Hearted, Forever Your Girl, and Opposites Attract. In the Opposites Attract video, she danced with an animated cat. The clip won an MTV Video Music Award and became one of the most iconic videos of the decade. Throughout the 90s, Paula faced health challenges and personal struggles, but she never stepped away from the spotlight. In 2002, she returned to television as a judge on American Idol. Her warmth, her humor, and her empathy made her a fan favorite. She later appeared on So You Think You Can Dance and The X Factor, and starred in her own reality show called Hey Paula. Paula Abdul holds dual citizenship, American and Canadian. She's won both Grammy and Emmy Awards for her choreography. She was briefly married to actor Emilio Estevez, and despite setbacks, she always found her way back to the stage. The song Straight Up was recorded in just 3 weeks. It became a global hit and still defines the sound of 80s pop. Her music, Her videos and her performances continue to inspire new generations of artists. Paula Abdul's story is one of talent, resilience, and reinvention. She rose from dancer to global star, leaving her mark on music, television, and pop culture history. A true original who danced her way into the hearts of millions and never stopped moving. Madonna is one of the greatest and most influential figures in the history of pop music. She burst onto the scene in the 1980s, and ever since she's been known as the Queen of Pop. Her provocative style, iconic songs, and ever-changing persona reshaped the modern music world. Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone was born on August 16, 1958 in Bay City, Michigan. She grew up in a Catholic, Italian-American family. As a young woman, she moved to New York to pursue dance and music, with just $30 in her pocket and a dream to make it big. Her first album, Madonna, came out in 1983. It gained attention, but true global success arrived with her second album, Like a Virgin in 1984. The song and her bold performances opened a new chapter for female artists. Madonna spoke openly about sexuality, independence, and identity, things that were almost unheard of in mainstream pop. Material Girl, Like a Prayer, Vogue, Ray of Light, and Hung Up, just a few of the songs that define generations. With over 300 million records sold, Madonna is one of the most successful female artists of all time. Her world tours broke records in attendance and revenue. Grammy Awards and countless honors reflect her impact. She didn't just follow trends, she created them. Madonna has always been known for pushing boundaries. The Like a Prayer video stirred controversy with religious symbols and racial themes. Her book, Sex Explored Desire and the Human Body, and turned taboo into art. She challenged norms and gave voice to bold expression. Her style constantly evolved, from punk-inspired looks in the 80s, to spiritual tones in the 90s, to futuristic fashion in the 2000s. She was always ahead of the curve, always reinventing, always surprising. She's also known as an actress, winning a Golden Globe for her role in Evita. She directed films like W and built a business empire, founding Maverick Records, launching fashion lines, perfumes, and fitness studios around the world. She's the mother of 6 children, 4 of them adopted from Malawi. With a fortune over $800 million, she ranks among the wealthiest female performers. Her Super Bowl halftime show in 2012 was watched by more than 150 million people worldwide, proof that Madonna still commands the global stage. Madonna, also known as the Queen of Pop, Material Girl, or Madam X, is not just a performer. She is pop culture itself, a woman who reinvented herself again and again, whose courage, creativity, and love of freedom forever changed the story of music. Even now, decades later, she remains the symbol of strength, of reinvention, and artistic power. Madonna is timeless. Her legacy continues to inspire every beat, every voice, every generation that follows. She didn't just make music, she made history, and she's still writing it every time she steps on stage. If you liked the video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and tell us in the comments, who do you think was the sexiest singer of the 80s? Don't forget to subscribe, so you won't miss the next top list either.